Hey fam, Lunachick here. I'm gonna do a quick energy read with a couple oracle decks. I think I'm going to try to get one or two cards from each oracle and see what messages come out for everyone. I'm going to be using the first one is Into the Lonely Woods. I love this deck. I've had it for a while. I don't use it a lot, but when I'm called to, I do, and today I am. So then after that, I will be pulling a card from the Raise Your Vibration Oracle. And which one feels like the right one? I think I will do Inner Child Oracle. So we'll see, get one card from each of those and see what message or messages, depending on, if they coincide with one another or not, but see what comes out. Alright, so we've got Into the Lonely Woods. Hope everybody is doing well today. It's Sunday evening, April 7th. If you come across, or whenever you come across this video, I trust that it will reach who it is supposed to and the people who most need the message or messages that I'm receiving tonight for the collective. So Spirit, please provide the highest message for the collective, a message of only their highest good and what they need to hear. Please and thank you. Okay, so we've got one from the Lonely Woods is the ending that opens the space for the beginning. Okay. You finally came to that place after so much grief and denial that it would be better for you to let go than to continue to hold on. And so you did. You watched it leave, and it never once looked back at you or returned to your hands. Then you began to find a way back to the self you lost when all your energy was poured into the need to stay connected. A beginning is on its way, made more magical and beautiful because you made space for it. The self that held on so tight had no space to receive. Now you know that when you let go, space is made, and into that space will walk the wonder. This powerful card, powerful message, I think, because, I have always had trouble with endings. I've always said, I leave any situation with claw marks, down the side of it. It doesn't matter. I hold on so tightly to that which is familiar. And I think that has not been in my best interest at times, because you do have to let go in order to open space so that new things can come in. And I can't even imagine the number of opportunities or possible, people who were supposed to, or, I guess everything happens how it's supposed to. So, but the people that I missed out on because I was so busy holding on to a relationship or, a job or whatever, whatever it is, it can apply to a lot of different things. So I think the overall message for that first card is, don't cling so tightly to things, because at some point it is no longer serving. And if it is bad, if it is not serving, then it will start to decay, and then it will only poison your thoughts, your life, your mind. It will only be to your detriment. So that is the overall message, I believe, of that card that needs to come out. So it applies to me in a big way. And I'm sure that there's many out there that can relate with that as well. So next we're going to do the Raise Your Vibration. Okay. This is a fun deck. It's not as deep and maybe as, I don't know, as deep as the Into the Lonely Woods, but I don't want to say deep. I want to say maybe as shadowy as the Into the Lonely Woods. So let's grab one from this deck, see what pops out. Oh, something did. And 2 did, so we'll go with the 2 that came out. So for the first one, let me get my book here. First one is, where there's a will, there's a way. You have power and light within you that will never go out or fade away. You are abundant in nature, for you are an expression of universal energy in individualized form. Today, the universe is bringing the energy of empowerment to you. If there is something that you need in order to move forward, know that it is within your reach. You are being reminded that your will is powerful. Whatever you focus your intention on with unwavering faith, you will create. You are being encouraged to move from hoping that your dreams will become reality to knowing that they are already here. Tune into the feelings that what you intend will bring. Feel them now and know that they are magnetic energies that will make these intentions reality. Feel grateful for the opportunity to direct your will. Let gratitude permeate your being. Feel excited as you draw in the power of the universe so that your wildest dreams become your present moment. You are an unlimited, abundant being living in the totality of possibility. Miracles are yours to have. My potential is unlimited. Okay, so that's a good one. Definitely, inspiring. If you believe that you're going to fail or you think you can't do something, then you are not even going to try. And so you certainly aren't going to do it. If you believe it and you really focus your energy on bringing that into fruition, then it is 9 times out of 10 more, 90% is way more likely to happen or to come to pass. We can't just sit around and wait for things to fall in our lap. It's up to us to create what we desire. All right, the next one is living with purpose. And I'll show you the card in just a minute. Okay. Living with purpose brings me prosperity. So I think that coincides a little bit with the last card we had. With this card, the universe is reminding you that your life has meaning. By being who you are making a difference. Your trials, tribulations, and learning experiences have all led you to living with purpose, doing everything you do with love in your heart. When you do things with love, the energy around you becomes magnetic to blessings. When you give without needing to receive, when you offer a helping hand, when you take the time to offer yourself approval instead of seeking validation from others, you attract prosperity. Prosperity isn't just about material wealth. It's about overall wellness, a sense of achievement, being fulfilled. A prosperous person trusts that everything they are doing is creating waves of goodness that will in turn come back to them. A prosperous person is kind, loving, and considerate. You are that prosperous person, and your whole life is purposeful. Really like those 2 cards because it said something in... Oh, am I going to be able to find it again? It said something in there that spoke to me. Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it again, but basically, yeah, there it is. When you take the time to offer yourself approval instead of seeking validation from others, you attract prosperity. And I know that for a lot of my life, I have sought validation. I have almost needed validation from others in order to even make a decision of any measure, like small, big, whatever. Like I always, still, sometimes I'm looking to others for like, what do you think? Like, is this okay? Is that right? Like, and they don't know any better than I do. And it's my life, so I should be the one to decide and know or believe that it is right or not, for me. So, I try to not seek that validation. I think it's I think we are just indoctrined. We are just brainwashed to believe that we should care what other people think. And I think that's complete bullshit. I don't think that's true. I think that when we put that kind of power in other people's hands, they abuse it. And they don't have always your best interest at heart. So, you do what you feel is best for you, not everybody else. So, next from the Inner Child Oracle. Inner Child Oracle. Let's see what will come out on this. Give us the message that we most need. And most need to hear, collective, please. Please give us the message that is most needed. Okay. Alright, so we've got one came out. I think I'm going to leave it at that because I do have to work here in a couple hours. So, okay, so on this it is 21, or number 21. Let go of the past. Let go of the past. Okay. The past is a complete thing, or a complex thing. It can hold for us all the core elements of who we have come to be, our very essence and identity. Sometimes we can be conflicted about our story and how it has unfolded. Maybe we identify with one aspect more than another, or maybe we have rejected the past completely. However it may be, how we view the past can have a drastic impact on how we view the present. If you have pulled this card, then it may be time to look at how your beliefs about the past might be shaping your actions in the present. Ask yourself if the past has created an identity that you no longer wish to claim. Is there a label that you or others have placed upon you that is no longer serving you? If your answer is yes, then responsive journaling might be a good tool to help you work through this now. Ask yourself how this label came to be and how you might be able to release it. Make sure to pay attention to your self-talk around the label. What might you be telling yourself on a daily basis to reaffirm this unwanted identity? Ask yourself how you can release this identity today. Great message. Kind of a theme a little bit about, letting go of past traumas, ideas, beliefs, values that no longer align with who you are or what you want for your life. It's kind of been really huge for me lately because I've been working through some things from my childhood that are difficult and affected my decisions, my life. It affected me in ways that I would have never imagined, never realized. Almost like when I did come across this truth, it was like a light bulb. Like every single thing that never made sense about who I was or, why I was certain ways, they all made sense, every single one of them. And as crazy as it sounds when dealing with like trauma, especially, dark trauma, how do you come into a truth that is dark and negative and ugly but yet feel so relieved because nothing ever made sense, nothing ever fit together. And with this truth revealed, the picture is clear. It becomes all so clear. It's an interesting feeling. It's an interesting thing. But, weight has been lifted. I am working through that. And, at some point, it has to just be what it is. And I have to let that go. And I think it has made me different. Good different. Like, it is making it easier for me to align with who I am, because I don't have to be that anymore, and I don't have to live under those ideas and beliefs that were subconsciously affecting every single facet of my life. That trauma bled all over everything in my life. Every decision, relationship, job, everything. And to be free of that and to be able to now try and figure out who I really am, it's pretty cool. It is freedom. And, that I wish that for everyone. So, on that note, I'm going to end with that today. And thank you for joining me today. I hope that the messages that came through reached a place in your heart and help you in some way. Otherwise, love and light, and we'll catch you next time.